Dorte. I'm Dorte Bak from Dorte Bak Knitting. I come to you from Copenhagen in Denmark. And today I am just checking in with various types of updates. I have some acquisitions to share with you. I have a new project, a new pattern that I just released. And I also have something that I am working more and more intense on in the backstage area of my small business. Yeah, just a cozy and chatty autumn update from me, really. Recently I dyed some yarn for a specific project I had in mind. I'm looking into my stash of undyed yarns at the moment because I've had a tendency to store them all sorts of places, and then at some point I lost track of which fibers I had and which I wanted to dye on, and I came across some really lovely yak and merino yarn. It's a DK weight and it's really perfect for the design I'm working on right now. And lately I've been drawn towards these more moody and autumn-like colors. I'm usually more in the lighter range of colors, but yeah, for some reason I only want to knit dark, deep, autumn-like colors at the moment. So I decided to yeah, put some olive, lime, dark greenish color. I have no perfect word for that really, but the yak really came through. So it's the softest and most luxurious. It's a very soft woven or a soft spun yarn, and the depth of these colors are just perfect. It's exactly what I went for. And the design I am working on is the vest. I've shown it previously in one or two earlier videos here on YouTube. For the more commercial yarn suggestion in the pattern, I'm going to suggest the Peruvian from Filcolana, which was the first version I knit up. I'm also working on another knit where it's Panilla, also from Filcolana, and then it's a hand-dyed lace thread with alpaca and merino and silk. It's from Wool Collective. I don't remember the name. I think it's Yarnicorn, maybe. It's with some very discreet, maybe you can see them, pink and very subtle blue specks. So, and the light version here is going to be hanging in the store at Wool Collective. And for myself, I would just love to have one in that green color. I have it right here. I know I just showed you, but I'll show you again. It's going to be marvelous. So the design, what's the stage of the work right now is I'm writing and writing and writing, and yeah, trying to solve the maths. You know, we need to grade all the sizes so that I can send the design into test. I also need to see if I can collect sponsor yarn for the test knitters. So right now I'm in the preparing phase, which is good. But the reason why I wanted to wind up this yarn right now is because I am on my way to fly away on another holiday. And I want to bring a project that's special to me, and I also need to bring projects that are more simple to carry on, which means I don't want to be working with 2 or 3 strands to meet gauge. I just want a simple 1 yarn project. And I thought it would be nice to have some memories put into the project. So while I'm knitting it, I will be enjoying this yarn, and when I'm finished with the project, I will enjoy to reminiscence about this this lovely journey we've been on. By the way, what I'm wearing, this is my design. I had help knit this up because I needed to get a lighter version for some better photos for the pattern and for my website. And since I am super busy with all my new designs, I didn't have the time to knit this myself. So the lovely Laura from Garn Gudinder, she helped me knit this, and this version is knit with Peruvian from Filcolana. I don't know if you have guessed this already, but Peruvian is becoming one of my favorite yarns, but in this case it's held together with a strand of silk mohair, and it's a hand-dyed version. It's very discreet. If I do like this, you might be able to just recognize some very discreet sort of terracotta and charcoal variegation. So it's really subtle, but I like that. And yeah, it's the colorway Seashell, and it's from Wool Collective as well. As you may know, I have a collab with Wool Collective, as they are selling my patterns and they are showing my knits in the store, and also I help them dyeing their yarns in their own yarn brand, and that's why it's full of meaning for me to actually knit with their yarns. So yeah, small business supporting another small business and vice versa. It's really nice that way. But this pattern is in Danish called hulblusen, and hul means hole, so it's the blouse with holes. And since it's an older pattern, so since then I've really started focusing more on the international part of my business, which means I'm translating all my patterns And right now this is being translated into English, and I think it's the most silly thing to have a Danish name for a blouse when I guess most people outside of Denmark will not know the meaning of this. So I'm picking my brain, and I'm actually picking other people's brains as well, since I asked on Instagram if anyone had a good suggestion for a name. One suggestion was the whole pattern blouse, or the whole pattern sweater, and that could work. Another one suggested the eyelet blouse, and where I would probably be more keen to call it a sweater, since it's so bulky and it's a warm knit. But maybe the eyelet sweater could work. If you think so, please do let me know. If you have another suggestion that's just a brilliant one, then don't hesitate to write it. You can just write a comment below. But anyway, the pattern will be out in English very, very soon, as she's working on it right now, my translator. And for now, the sizes are from XS up to XL, but I do have intentions on start expanding the size range for this one as well. I actually just sat a moment ago and did a lot of calculations for another pattern that I think deserves some more sizes. That's the Simple Summer Tee, which was just translated into English. I just launched that one on the website, and as I had the document open, I decided to just dive into it right away. So right now I actually have 2, 3, and 4 XL added to the template of a newer version of that pattern, but I do need to have that tested. Since I already have the translation in English for that one, a testnetter could be English as well as Danish, which is normally not the way around for me. So if you're sitting out there and you have fingering yarn for a project, and if you are a size 2, 3, or 4 XL, please do contact me, because I would really love to have those sizes tested at some point soon. Yeah, anyway, what do you think? Does it look like waffles? Someone said it looked like a cornfield. I don't, oh, maybe it does look like corn on the cob, but that's maybe a too specific of a name. I don't know. Do let me know. I just released a new pattern. It's the Scouts Grey scarf. I'm so thrilled about this one. It's I don't know, I'm not really the big scarf person myself. I didn't used to be anyway, because I've suddenly grown an interest, just like I did with shawls. After I knit this shawl, I suddenly understood the hype about shawls, and I think maybe the same thing is about to happen to me with those scarves. I've actually been thinking about designing a scarf for quite some time now, but I wanted a design that was interesting to have on the needles. I wanted a design that would be reversible, so that it didn't have a wrong side or back side. And I had a very specific shaping in mind as well. I wanted it to be very slim and then very dramatically increasing to, yeah, like a soft, it's almost a balloon shaped middle of the scarf, so that it wasn't a triangular shaping. And that's because I had this very feminine and elegant sort of look in mind. And sometimes it helps when you put things aside and don't concentrate about about them, because one day, all of a sudden this summer, I knew what to do, after not have been thinking about it in maybe half a year. And so I spent my summer holiday knitting away on this first version of the scarf. I knitted in the pure silk. I can show you, just a moment. So these are the 3 versions I've knit up so far, and the first one I knit, which was on my holiday, was this one, and that's in pure silk. It's a pure mulberry silk. This one is hand dyed. It's from Knit by Moltrup. I don't remember the name, but I mentioned it in an earlier video, maybe the one from this summer where I talked about our summer holiday. But it's such a nice and soft version. My hair is a mess, but I like this one. And then I decided to knit both sizes in a cashmere. So this is a pure cashmere. This is the one from Cardiff. It's the small version, so Cardiff Cashmere Small. I don't remember the color on this. I will probably just write it down here. But this is the large version of the scarf. And then the white, the off-white version in the small size. It's a pretty quick knit, especially the small one, but it's really quick and easy. And you can see this, it's the same pattern on each side, which doesn't force you to think about how you're styling it. So I was so lucky to have a great team of test knitters. They were so unbelievably fast, and they had the best comments and inputs. So yeah, I'm really happy about the result of this pattern. I even had a super quick translation as well, so I was able to launch both the Danish and the English pattern right away, which almost never happens. So it's out now. It's on Ravelry, it's on my website, and I just sent it to Yarnbook as well. Before I finish this video, I'd like to just share some very nice acquisitions with you. I was on a small trip to Hamburg a couple of weeks ago. It was a trip with some friends and my husband, and it was mainly about just hanging out, eating good food and having fun. But I did prioritize a trip to a yarn store in Hamburg, and also I wanted to revisit Miley's that I've spoken of before here in the channel. It's a really lovely yarn shop in Hamburg. I actually came with a mission this time. It's something I've been practicing over the years because I have a tendency, what I'm saying now, I think you might recognize. I have a tendency to just buy with hungry eyes and an open heart. So I've got a lot of yarns that I really love but have no idea what to use for. So this time I had a specific project in mind as I entered Miley's, and I even knew that I initially wanted to go look at Como from La Mana, which is the loveliest, softest, fluffiest, luxurious merino yarn, it's Danish. It's a yarn that I know pretty well because I used to sell it when I had a yarn shop. And they have the loveliest color range. I thought I was gonna go for something like this, like oatmeal-y bright color of some sort. But when I got to look at the shelves, I just immediately fell in love with something totally different. And back to the thing I was telling you about early on this, as I started this video, I'm really drawn towards those moody autumnal colors at the moment, and that's what I went for. I'm not going to share too much about the project right now because there's gonna be some time before I actually get to work on this. But now I had the yarn, and that makes me really happy. I also knew that I wanted to shop some sock yarn from Choppel. I bought actually the exact same color, the light one. It's a tweed sock yarn, and I bought the same ball as I was there the last time. And I think it's my favorite pair of socks. I do appreciate all of my hand knit socks, but I really enjoyed this yarn. It's really cheap, and you get 100 grams ball for, I think it was €4, €5. So it's really cheap. So I've decided from back home that I wanted to see what they had of colors, and I wanted it to be tweed, but just bring it on. So I was hoping to find something like the auburn or the olive greenish that I've shown you. But that was not in the range. But I found this anthracite, so it's a charcoal gray with tweeds, and then I got the light tweed one as well. And I've already started knitting a pair of dark socks. I love this yarn. There's enough for more than 2 pairs. I think there's maybe even 4 pairs of socks in these 2 balls. So yeah, I have enough. I bought some sock yarn as well from Især, which is Danish. I could have just bought it in Denmark, but now I was in the shop and I saw it. It's with alpaca, and I've been longing for some sock yarn with alpaca for a while. And when I saw these 2 colors, I immediately had an idea for yeah, something I wanted to try out. So who knows, maybe there will be a new sock pattern at some point. Yeah, so those were my acquisitions from Miley's. At the fabric shop, I was going in looking for wool. I have been wanting to find some 100% wool fabric to maybe sew a pair of pants or a very classic skirt, or maybe even a pants skirt or culottes. So I found this very lovely gray fabric. It looks extremely basic and boring, but it's pure wool, and it's merino wool, and it's a thin and drapey texture. And yeah, so I bought this. I bought 1.5 meters, so I know there's enough. I haven't found the right pattern yet, and I don't really have a lot of time to sew at the moment, but I'm browsing, so I'm really thinking about a pant skirt, but it might just end up being a more classic skirt, really. If you have any ideas for something that would be lovely in this sort of woolly look, you are very welcome to share with me. Well, I think that brings us to the end of this video. I think I'm gonna spend maybe 4 or 5 hours editing this because it's all over the place. But hopefully it will turn out to be a cozy, different, vloggy sort of video for you. I do hope that you enjoyed watching, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. In a while, I think it's about time for a more classic podcast. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.